So we finally get an episode that's about Ainz, and guess what? It's the best episode so far. Who would have thought? This episode was actually entertaining. It's the only one out of the four that's been released so far that I legitimately enjoyed watching. And I almost didn't watch it. I saw it was uploaded yesterday, like moment it was online, and I opened it up in a tab, and I was just like, and I kept putting it off, and then I put it off today, and I was sitting around kind of bored. I'm like, I guess I might as well just get around to watching this, because I was seriously, I don't even know if I was going to watch it. I was halfway thinking about just dropping the series, because I had been told that the whole season is just going to be more of the same of what we've been seeing. And we finally get Ainz in here. And thank Christ, it was actually entertaining. We get to see what his plans were, what he was doing. He shows up and does like a whole badass entrance. Just shows overwhelming force to these lizard men, which is what I've been wanting to see. The whole entertaining part about the first season of Overlord was just how overwhelmingly powerful Ainz was in comparison to all these just normal level dudes. And it was cool. It was cool to see that overpoweredness. That's why One Punch Man was cool. That's why, Mob Psycho 100 was cool. It was characters that were so overpowered, but it was cool. It wasn't done in a stupid BS boring way. It was done in a really interesting way where you can enjoy seeing someone overpowered do stuff. This season so far has been about nobodies. It's been about these stupid lizard people that no one cared about. Now now that they've interjected all of this other story with Ainz, I actually am like, oh, okay. The lizard people, now they have a reason to exist. They should have like done each episode like showing part of the lizard people stuff and part of like what Ainz is doing instead of just totally detaching the camera from Ainz and floating over to these lizard people to show me their daily lives. I had no reason to care about them, and they didn't give me a reason to care about them. Now they're actually part of the story I care about. So I don't know. I'm pretty sure next episode is probably gonna be mostly focused on these lizard people again, but it's at least gonna be somewhat interesting, and I hope that the rest of the season can interject more moments like this into each episode, more of what Ainz is doing in relation to these other characters, instead of just wholly being about what these other characters are, and then 4 episodes later, oh, here's Ainz, guess what, I had a plan all along, blah, blah, blah. So, this, it almost makes up. This was a good episode, I liked it enough that it almost makes up for the other three being garbage. And if I'd have probably been like watching this season like after it was already out and not week to week, I might not have even hated those other ones as much because I would have got to this faster and it would have made the story feel like it's progressing more. But watching it in week to week format just felt like, why am I even watching this? I'm waiting and looking forward to nothing. So, I don't know. Hopefully next week's episode can keep this pace up and it's actually good. I'm looking forward to it somewhat. I'll probably watch it when it comes out instead of procrastinating about it for a day and considering dropping the show altogether. But yeah, one other thing that I don't really get, and I don't remember if I said this before in any of the other episodes. Ainz is supposed to be like emotionless now, and they always do like a thing where he like kind of glows the moment he starts to feel emotions to like show that it's being suppressed. But like the voice in his head still talks with emotion. He still reacts with like emotion to things. So I don't really get that. That just seems kind of like an inconsistent plot point. I don't even know why they really put that in the first season anyway, cuz it kind of almost feels like they totally ignore it for the most part. But yeah, watch this episode. It's actually good. It wasn't boring. I mean, the first half was just Ainz talking mostly, but it was entertaining conversation. I like his back and forth with his subordinates. And in the second half was this whole badass royal procession where he walks up to the lizard's men's village and is just like, what's up, dudes? You can't even kind of try to fight me. And they don't even want to. They immediately say they're going to surrender. But he challenges them to a fight anyway. So yeah, look forward to the next episode. There's going to be a cool fight in it probably. Hopefully more Ainz. And yeah, that's the end of that.